about this girl. This girl, her name is, what is her name? What's her name? Lily Phillips. Lily Phillips. And by the way, I'm still braiding my hair. Lily Phillips. Hey. Lily Phillips is an OnlyFans porn star. Because that's who she is, you know? She's an OnlyFans porn star. And she is going viral. She is going viral because she broke the record. She slept with 100 men in 24 hours. And then she says that next year in 2025, she's going to sleep with 1,000 men in 24 hours. And these men that she slept with did not have any, she didn't know their background, she didn't know who they are, and she didn't even check whether they had any sicknesses or not. And you might find like this is kind of like this is kind of crazy. It's crazy for some people, right? That this can even happen. And she has parents. So I went down digging, and Lily Phillips' story. And she has parents, she is only 23 years, and she's from Britain. And she then breaks down, got emotional after she completed her challenge of the day. She's like, it's not for the weak, but I have to be honest, it was hard. You're 24, like you're playing with energy, this type of energy. And she says, but the only problem that she has, like Phillips explained, that the experience didn't feel as if she was just having casual sex and with another person. As she opened up about her experience, Phillips began to get emotional. Just one in and one out, it feels intense, she reflected. She confessed the challenge was a lot more extreme than she had initially expected. And she started to break down. As Philip's eyes got watery, she stepped away from the camera and let out her tears and regained her composure. When she returned, she admitted to feeling guilty, that not every experience was the same. I have had to stop them early, and you have to stand on business and say, I'm sorry, you got to go. You got to go. And the awkward interaction of you feeling pressure to satisfy them, I swear. Like, why was she doing this in the first place? Like, this girl is like, I will have sex with 100 men, but I don't want to satisfy them. Because she's like, it's a lot of pressure. Like, why would you put yourself in such a situation? This girl has serious mental health problems. I can tell you that there is a lot of serious mental health problems. Of if you had spent enough time with them, feeling like you didn't give them a good time because they only got 2 minutes. Like, is this all she was sad about? Like, I mean, is this what you were sad about? Like, oh, I feel guilty. It was an intense experience having to want to pleasure all these men. Don't you think, like, why is it why can she understand? Like, why is it like girls are not lining up to do this? Like, I guess um, because after like 2 minutes, you're done and you want to go to sleep or do something else. And lining up 100 men probably wouldn't work out. Like, she's 23. But oh my God. She's going to have to think about this for the rest of her life. Philip shared that she also got guilt-tripped by some men who told her that they traveled a great deal of distance for the experience. She had advertised this. The content creator added that by the 30th month, she started to feel robotic. Like, how did she, I'm sorry, like, did she expect to enjoy this? Like, did she really expect to enjoy like sleeping with 100 men that she doesn't know, doesn't have any emotional connection with? Like, did she like, how did she picture this? You know, how did you picture this? You know, oh my goodness. So this is her. This is the model. This is the model. She slept with 100 men in 24 hours, and then she says that by the 30th man, she started to feel robotic. I'm like, by the 30th guy, you started to feel robotic, not even the 5th? Like, and and you had to keep going. And you had to keep going. Then she says, I got a routine of how we are going to do this, and sometimes you disassociate. She reflected, it's not like no more sex at all. It makes me feel so bad. Ooh. Young girls, take notes. You can be a hoe and feel good about yourself. Like, very few women psychologically can do this kind of a thing and then feel like okay, it's okay. I'm perfectly fine with this. She's like, it's not like no more sex. Of course it's not no more sex. Like, God, why are you saying it's not like no? Why are we even comparing it? It's obviously rogue. It's like this girl. I bet you this girl is one of those girls that are like, I want to be free to express my sexuality, to do whatever you want, blah, 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 blah. But abusing your body, you know, and using it like as a tool to pleasure other people, is like, that's not how this works. This is not how it works. Like, your body, let's talk about spirituality. Every cell of your body listens to you. That's how intelligent the body is. I bet you in your whole entire life, you will never see anything more intelligent than the human body. Like, your body is sacred. Your body knows when you're abusing it. Even when you say things like, I'm ugly, I'm whatever, like that, your body knows about it. And when your body knows that it's being abused, it's going to produce stress chemicals like cortisol, right? That is going to make you feel like it's going to depress you. The body is very intelligent. And it's like, yeah, it's not like normal sex. It makes me feel so bad. Yes, the body is recognizing that you're abusing it, you're exposing it to STDs. It's not like your body knows this, your consciousness knows this. Why do you think like you're feeling bad? If your body was like on the sides, letting you what you want to do, you know, we think like our consciousness is kind of separated. You know, like, you already know like having sex with multiple partners is wrong. It's abusive to the body. You've been told, you've been educated this. Your body knows. Your body knows. Every cell in your body knows. So when you go out abusing your body, what do you expect your body is going to do? Produce dopamine and make you feel good about it? nope, nope, nope. Your body cannot take this kind of abuse and be okay with it. Your body cannot be okay with this kind of a thing. I don't know how, like, she doesn't understand from a spiritual point of view, from a health point of view, that she must have been educated that there are STDs out there. So she knows this, and she might isolate it in her mind, but her consciousness, the overall understanding, like our subconscious mind knows. Like, even if the subconscious mind is not at the front of the rational mind or whatever you're doing, in the peripheral, the conscious mind knows that she is abusing the body. And it's like I see similarly as, your children know when you're abusing them, even if they're not able to talk, right? And that goes into the subconscious mind. And one day they'll say, they might not even know why they don't like you, but they'll know. So there was this doctor, and he was operating on the woman, and when she woke up, she didn't even want him to near her or anything. And they were trying to figure out, why doesn't she like the doctor anymore? And then they were going back into the surgery, and this doctor was saying a lot of mean and detached things about her, like making her look like a thing, not really like an actual person. And she was just lying there unconscious, having an operation. And guess what? Guess what? Her unconscious body picked up on everything that was happening, and she woke up with these feelings like, I don't like this guy. And you imagine that your unconscious body is that awake. How about when you're awake and you're abusing your body? She said that she said here that she would dissociate, like she would dissociate. She knows her body doesn't want to be present in this act, because it's a terrible act. Her body doesn't want to be there, and so she disassociates, you know. And that's when, like, the body dissociates when it's being abused. The body will be like, I don't want to be here. So she was abusing her body, and she noticed, like, it wasn't wanting to be there. So she figured, since she was sleeping around while in school, she could turn it into an income. So while Phillips did not have the intention to make OnlyFans her career, first she realized she could make a lot of money if she did it full time. She has a staff of 9 production assistants helping her in filming her content. And last month, she announced she was challenging herself to sleep with 100 men and was searching for volunteers. Men could apply via email, and she received the application from all over the world, from Belgium to Barbados. Barbados. Men signed up. Men signed From Belgium to Barbados, people signed up to have sex with this OnlyFans model. And she is doing it as a business. She was doing it as a business. So she says, despite sleeping with 100 men, she confessed that she only remembers about 10 guys. While Phillips was emotional after achieving her goal, she admitted that she wasn't sore downstairs, and the only thing she felt was tired. Wow, she got some stamina going. Yup. So she says, I'd have to stop them early, and you'd have to understand. I'd have to to stop them early, and you'd have to stand on business and say, I'm sorry, you got to go, and the awkward interaction of feeling pressure to satisfy them. So these guys, this story is funny. Funny. This story is funny. She gets 100 guys from Barbados, all over the world, come to apply for this free sex, basically. And everybody probably gets like 2 minutes with her, probably 2 minutes. And she's like, dude, you're done. Go away. And this dude is like, I came all the way from Barbados and you're turning me down like this. She is after like hitting her goals. She's this girl. She was only after hitting her goals, and she says she's been with 100 men in 24 hours. So she gets the crown. She can take the crown. She can take the crown. She's the queen. It's okay. At 23, you have the crown. Man, this is messed up. I don't know. I think women who do this are seriously mentally disturbed. It's an evil spirit. I know some of you like don't think mental health is real, but I also think that for a woman to behave like this, and this is going to be with her for the rest of her life, and for her to not think very farther ahead in life, not to think, like even 10 years down the line, what's going to happen. For me, I see that as a scarcity mindset, like living in scarcity and not living in abundance. And, there's no long-term thinking. It's all short-term gain. That's what I think led her to want to sleep with 100 men in 24 hours. This girl, she's the queen now. She takes the cake. If that's what she wanted, she achieved that. And she broke the internet. She broke the internet. So, well, I think she is going, like in 10 years, she's going to start saying, I had so many mental health problems. I was under pressure. My production team, they needed money. I had 9 employees. They needed to get paid. I was under so much pressure. This is why I was doing this. I'm expecting that she's going to come up with some sort of excuse, or she's going to say, my parents were bad. They didn't give me, she had daddy issues, which we all expect. We expect these kind of mental health problems. But boy, is it messed up. Boy, is it messed up. This is mental health, Again, you can see the things that are happening. Like, you put your body in a situation that it feels so terrible about itself that you can't even stand yourself. And then the body, the consciousness dissociates. Like, it separates itself. And I don't know how long she's going to keep on doing this, but if she keeps on doing this, she's going to have a host of mental health problems. Maybe even her health. Maybe she caught something. She didn't test this man. She didn't know. You pick 100 random guys from all over the world. One of them might be HIV positive. Like, you're putting yourself at risk and putting all these other men at risk. And then it's not just that. Syphilis, gonorrhea, all these things, right? And now that the internet knows her face, knows what she did, how do you even live with that shame? If you have kids, if she has kids, they can't even go to a normal school anymore because, kids might commit suicide after being shamed and bullied because, like, your mom on the internet is known as the hoe that took the crown, like 100 men in 24 hours. Like, who wants to be associated with that? Well, it's life, and I hope like she gets the help that she needs, because this is a serious mental health problem. I think as a mental health advocate, I would tell you one thing: she is struggling with self-love, self-acceptance. The only way that you can do this to yourself is when you don't really like yourself. When you don't love yourself, when you don't know who you are, like, that is the biggest problem right here. right there. She doesn't love herself. She doesn't know who she is. And, sadly, she's doing it out of rebellion. And, if her parents try to guide her and she's rebellious, she has no sense of humility, it's really hard to help somebody like that. They just have to go through the whole mental health process and kind of realize that they are the ones hating themselves. They're the ones doing this to themselves. Now, I'm saying somebody may have done this to her at a young age. It's very possible that she was molested as a child and she was shown that using sex to please other people, that's the way to go. And now she's doing it as an adult. She is trying to repeat the same cycle. The brain can try to repeat the same cycle in order to make sense of it. But I hope she actually went to somebody who could actually give her good help, like advice, instead of taking this path in life, because we all know it's poor mental health. I don't blame her, but she is going to get it from the internet. Obviously, she's going to get bullied. It's going to be terrible. But I guess that's how it goes. Well, I better finish this live cast, and what do you guys think? What do you guys think? So, well, this is Christmas Eve. This is what we woke up to, and it is what it is. So, well, that's my take on this situation. She doesn't love herself. She needs help. People who pray, pray without ceasing. Our girls need help. Our girls need help a lot to process their trauma so that they don't keep hurting and keep doing what they are doing right now to themselves. So let's talk later, and until next time, God bless you.